mindless. Have you ever stood in complete silence, unmoving and mindless? Most people would answer no in this day and age, with all the distractions of everyday life. The focus of our lives is completely external. How can I earn that promotion at work? Or why doesn't so-and-so like me? We have become so incredibly reliant on the superficial. We look to others for advice because they must know more about you than you know about yourself. This is not a healthy way to live. In order to redirect the focus of our lives from external to internal, you must look inside yourself and find something that grounds you to this earth, something that defines you. You must realize that your life is rooted in who you are, not who everyone assumes you are. And what better to ground someone than the ground itself? That is what a Querencia means to me. It is a physical place where one can look inward, a place where the camera of life fades out of focus, and the only picture left is you. A Querencia is an escape, a refuge from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. It allows me to refocus, and it gives me the freedom to slow down. It lets me forget. My life suddenly becomes grounded, simple, and elegant, like the weasel in Annie Dillard's Living Like Weasels. Dillard describes the weasel's life perfectly in saying that he lives by noticing everything and remembering nothing. I may only be a 16-year-old kid, but I've been mistaken for someone that I am not on many occasions. Most people, especially high school students, make assumptions about the character and habits of their peers. Because of my outward appearance and my habits, most of my fellow students back home believe me to be a cocky varsity athlete who parties all the time. As it happens, this is a stark contrast of who I actually am. But, even though I am illustrated in one way by my peers, I know who I am, and that is what matters. These descriptions may reach my ears from time to time, but just like the weasel, I let them wash over me like a river over a stone. Today, finding the time and space to reflect on oneself is extremely difficult, but a Querencia allows one the space to do this. This place provides privacy from worldly distractions like people, occupations, and even thoughts. Every time I visit my Querencia, no matter what has happened to me or around me that day, I walk away with a more clear and centralized life than when I arrived. Every week, I walk the well-beaten path to my Querencia, most likely carved out by Sean's ATV, amidst swarms of mosquitoes and gnats. The walk generally takes me about 3 minutes, and with every step I have to concentrate on breathing through my nose alone to prevent an unwanted guest from flying down my throat. Upon reaching my stump and ottoman, and I'm not sure why this happens, all the tiny little distractions leave me alone. 1 minute they were swarming around me, and the next, complete and utter stillness. Silence. Why does this happen? The answer lies in my location. All those pesky little things before, they don't matter here. Schoolwork, tiredness, hunger, even homesickness, all just like the bugs, whoosh, gone. They all dissipate, fall away. Like the needles of the pine trees off to my right, they are absorbed into the ground, unneeded, unwanted, and lost. Through my time in my Querencia, I have developed a connection with the wildlife that surrounds me. This connection has grounded me to the ground, giving me the freedom to release, to drift off into the true physical world, the one that surrounds us and yet goes unnoticed, not the one of human manifestation. I would go so far as to say that this release is a form of meditation. Sitting on the charred and broken log and staring into the clearing, I become part of the landscape. It is as if I belonged there. There is nothing to do except look, and yet looking is everything. Barry Lopez says the same thing when he describes his teachers, and he and the others teaching me to sit down in one place for 2 or 3 hours at a time and look. This place, only a few hundred yards away from school and yet so secluded, serves as my escape. Friends of mine have told me, I need a quiet place to sit down and think things over. Where should I go? I will answer by asking where they find the most comfort in their lives, or what makes them happy. And they will go and be in that place or do that thing, and more likely or more often than not, they'll find stillness. I have discovered a place perhaps like theirs, which serves an entirely different purpose. People call me different. This is why. While most go and think, I go and sit. While most go and do, I've already done it. Sitting, breathing, and looking. No talking, no doing, no thinking. That is how I become mindless.